Hi everyone and welcome to the farm. I'm really glad you're here. Guess who has an overabundance of ginger? Me! So that is the sole purpose of this soap. That's right. It came a very hard freeze and ginger doesn't like hard freezes. So I'm having to use it up. And one way of doing that is in soap. It is absolutely fantastic. I've made other soaps, but with ginger. I've made a turmeric honey ginger. Ginger. I said honey. Whatever. I've made a couple. Carrot. Yeah. And I love ginger. I love eating it. I love just everything about it is fantastic. And in this particular soap, I decided I was going to add. Now, what you see me doing here is I'm processing the pulp a second time. That means the pulp that it spits out, I'm going to rejuice, because sometimes if you rejuice, especially with something like ginger, there's still a lot of moisture in the pulp, and I just like to extract every last bit of it. But anyway, what I had decided with this particular soap was I'm going to also use that very pulp in the soap. Now, something about ginger pulp that you may or may not be aware of. It has what look like little hairs in it. And I'm going to show you that here in just a moment. And what that is the woody aspect of ginger. If you've ever peeled ginger, you'll see that it has kind of a woody, stringy outer texture. And when you grind that up very fine and dry it into a powder, like I've done, that can have these little hair-looking things in it. So that's the only thing about using it. But what a great exfoliant. What I'm showing you here is the soap I made yesterday. I actually took one of the bars and cut it into some sample slices. And I took a couple of those slices and just cut out some shapes. And I'm going to use those in my ginger soap as a topper. It just felt like it needed it. Okay, so here is that ground, what's left over the pulp. Now it's been dried. See, like the little hairs? So you may think when you get the soap, oh, it's full of cat hair. It's not at all. It's the ginger hairs. So I just wanted to bring that up. Here I've made an organic green tea. And I'm going to freeze that along with freezing of the ginger juice so that I can get it into the soap without burning it. Just like I do with goat milk or a lot of other botanicals. And I will tell you, I love the smell. They absolutely love the smell of ginger. But even when it's frozen, when you add lye to it, it gets a little stinky. It passes. But while you're doing it, it does get a little stinky. But that completely dissipates by the time the soap, by the time you get the soap mixed. Now, I scented this with just a couple of essential oils, a little bit of wintergreen, a little bit of orange, a little bit of frankincense, and a little bit of myrrh. Yeah, just a tad of each of those. I wanted this just to be lightly scented because this is going to be not a scrubby soap, by the way. Yes, I did put that pulp in there, but that is not an exfoliant, at least not in the conventional sense. But what it will do is give your soap a bit more structure. It'll hold together a bit longer. It'll be a harder soap. And I think you'll really like this. And I kept this simple. Now, I will tell you, because this has amaranth oil in it, I decided to use the amaranth flowers and ground those up and put them in here into the lye water. And it seemed like, in my mind, it would create kind of a dark red. And I thought that would be good for the ginger. That's what I wanted, was kind of a deep dark color. But you can see here it looks rather brown. Fortunately, and boy was I glad, when it cured, it does have that sort of a maroony burgundy tint to it. You can see that here actually in the bowl, but it's just really dark. But it's okay. I decided I didn't want to do any kind of swirls or anything in this. I kept it just its natural, this one color, and it just seemed to go along with the idea of using the amaranth oil, which is a fantastic oil because it is not only antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, it is also, it gives the oils a slip similar to the way clay is on the skin. So you will find that it feels much like using clay in your soap, and I like that aspect of it. And I did a very, very simple design on this. I didn't go overboard with it. I did just sort of a hatching on top, and decided to use, because it has the amaranth oil in it, the amaranth flowers for color, I decided to use amaranth seeds on top. And then using those shapes that I cut out of the previous soap as sort of a decoration on top. And this was completely out of the blue. I sort of made this up as I went along. I just wanted to use the ginger in a soap, and this is what I came up with. And I hope you like it. Now I also want to tell you all about something, and I'm going to do another video about that, but I'm going to have a sale because this Friday is Women's Day, International Women's Day, and that's something certainly worth celebrating. And my way of celebrating that, one of the ways, I tried to think of a great soap to do for it, and I still might if it comes to me, but as a way of giving back, and because so many of my wonderful subscribers and friends here are women indeed, one of the ways I wanted to celebrate Women's Day was by giving you a 25% off coupon. And you're going to see that in this next video. Not this video, but the next video. And that's just my way of saying thank you. So anything that you buy on my in my store, over $20, I had to set some kind of a limit, because obviously if you just bought one small bar and got 25% off, then after shipping, well, it might be kind of tough. What I'm showing you here is that this didn't fully gel, which I was really surprised at, but there are no sugars in this or anything because it doesn't have goat milk. I treated it a little differently, and I forgot that, see how dark it is in the center? That's where it gelled. And they're all like that, so there's no need me spending too much time on this. But what I did is I stuck them in the oven, 160, and checked them every 7 to 10 minutes until they were solid, because I just can't deal with soap that's not fully gelled. It just bugs me, and it's not very pretty. See? But it was so easy to fix, so that makes it a lot easier. And here, what I'm going to show you next is after I took it out of the oven here, and they came out great. You'll see that now it's solid, one color, not two colors. And I just want to thank you all so very much. Do you know we're almost at 1,000? I can't believe Soapy Oaks is nearly at 1,000. That just amazes me. But I love doing this, and you're all so precious and dear, and I'm so glad you're here. Every one of you. Nancy, Renee, and Jen, everybody. I just can't think of everybody's name, obviously. Tree, and just Donna, and I'm trying real hard. I'm not good at this on the spot, but thank you all. Have a fantastic day, everyone, and I'll see you back soon. Goodbye.